In this video, you are going to learn how to perform a two-sample t-test for a difference between two means. The first step in this test is to press Stat on your calculator. The second step is to scroll over to Test, and you scroll down to 4, which is two-sample t-test. There's two ways to do this. One way is to input stats, and the other way is to input data. You choose to input stats if the problem gives you the mean, standard deviation, and sample size of both the samples. You choose data if you're given two lists with all of the individual observations in the sample. So, in a case where we're given this, we do stats. And we fill it in as follows. We put 24.82 in X bar 1, 2.53 for the standard deviation of 1, and 48 as the sample size of 1. We put 30.05 as the X bar 2, 6.41 as the standard deviation of 2, and 32 as the sample size of 2. We never pool the data for a test of a difference between two means. And since the mean of sample 2 is larger than the mean of sample 1, we expect that the population mean is going to be less than the population mean of 2. So we're going to put mu1 is less than mu2, which is this one. Then we will scroll down and press Calculate. On this screen, we're given the t-statistic, which tells us how many standard deviations we are against from the expected difference between the two population means, which is 0 in this case. We're given the p-value, and this tells us the probability of getting a test statistic this far or further from the mean in this specific direction. The df is what we need to define the graph. Okay, now if you want to do the test for data list instead of using stats, you scroll back here and you go to data. You need to use list 1 will be your x values here from sample 1, your observations from sample 1, and list 2 will be your observations for sample 2. We will leave the frequency lists as they are, and we will still do less than, and we will still not pool the data. And you press Calculate, and you'll be given the same things. This is just from a previous problem.